Smash the like button. Also, it looks like MVP finally got his Negro wake-up call in all elite wrestling.
I'm telling you, I'm hoping these rumors are true because MVP and the Hurt Business, they deserve this backstage heat. This is called karma. All that crap you was talking about Paul Levesque, and now you are in a company where the locker room does not like you. Yeah, bruh, that's called karma for all you pro-blackies. Now, the Hurt Business, they have backstage heat because they have full creative control. They refuse to drop those belts to any old team. They want to drop those belts to a young team. Now, I do get it. That does make sense. But at the end of the mother effing day, you do have full creative control. Also, that locker room, they have a problem with how the Hurt Business is being pushed. In terms of, yeah, they get cheered, but they do heel things. That roster does not like that because it feels like they have the best of both worlds. Also, the teams that they face, they don't get over. That's the main issue here. They don't get over. They are pushed as heels, but they get cheered. And they do good guy things where they don't shit on the audience. The Hurt Business, they feel like a bootleg bloodline where on paper they are heels, but they get reactions like they're good guys and they like it. I'm sorry, but if I was a fake pro wrestler, I wouldn't want to wrestle the Hurt Business, especially if I'm a good guy. How am I supposed to get over if these guys want to be heels and good guys? It's like, bro, you gotta pick a struggle. What do you want to be? A good guy or a heel? That's my main issue with the Hurt Business. They want to play it on both sides of the fence. I don't like that. It makes no sense. They do heel things, but they give high fives to the audience. It's like they want the audience to say, we have people, we have people. It's like, okay, which one is it? You might as well turn face. The crowd does not want to boo you, so what's the point of wrestling good guys? You are taking away their heat as good guys. So which one is it? Who gets over? Now, that roster, I'm hearing they don't like the Hurt Business because nobody gets over. This is called karma. Now, MVP, you cannot play, oh, it's because we're black. Nah, bitch, fuck you. What about Isaiah Swerve Scott? He's doing just fine, which means you cannot use your pro-blackie card. You cannot use it here because there's Sasha Banks. Last time I checked, Sasha Banks, she is, I'm guessing, half black. So, listen, bro, you cannot use your pro-blackie card. This is called karma because when you were in the World Wrestling Federation, that roster did like you under the Paul Levesque era. Now, you are in All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling. That roster does not like your bullshit. This news actually low-key validates me. Everything I've been saying about MVP, this does validate me. Because it feels like he's the real problem. It was not Paul Levesque, nigga. You were the real problem. You are drunk with power. Because Con Man, he is a mark for this business. He does give guys full creative control. Just like he did you. Now, I will say this. The only thing that makes sense in this story is the fact that the Hurt Business, they want to lose against a young tag team. Okay, yeah, that does make sense. But they want to lose against a good guy tag team. Bruh, that makes no sense. Your tag team, your faction, they are nothing more than just tweeners. But you don't want to admit that you are tweeners. You gotta pick a struggle. I say, why not drop those belts against a heel tag team? You might as well. You might as well drop those belts to a heel tag team because every time Bobby Lashley and Benjamin Shelton, every time those two men turn on Max, the crowd cheers. What does that tell you? It feels like Max was the only heel in this group. But on paper, your group are heels. but the crowd views them as good guys. They want to cheer the Hurt's business. They don't want to boo them. So it feels like this faction, it's a ego-driven faction where it's like they don't want to be official heels and they don't want to be official good guys because they love being cheered. Well, that's not fair to Private Party. That's not fair to Taekwondo Master Speedball Mike Bailey and Kevin Hayes. That's not fair to those guys because every time the Hurt's business wrestles Kevin Hayes and Taekwondo Master Speedball Mike Bailey, bro, they never get cheered. The Hurt's business, yeah, they get cheered, but Speedball Mike Bailey and Kevin Hayes, they don't get cheered. So when it comes to MVP, his mindset is, okay, let's get cheered, but do heel things, but not to a point where the crowd will boo us. It feels like MVP, he doesn't want to get booed. He wants to be an anti-hero. That's the Hurt's business, but they don't want to admit that. That's what the roster has an issue with. They want the best of both worlds, but you can't do that in 2025 because when the Hurt's business wrestles a good guy tag team, that good guy tag team never gets over because all you're hearing is, we are people, we are people. So if Speedball Mike Bailey, the Taekwondo Master, and Kevin Hayes, let's say they beat them, will they get cheered or booed? Most likely booed. That's the main issue. That's why this roster does not like MVP and the Hurt's business because they have full creative control that Paul Levesque did not want to give them. Like I said, this is karma for all the pro-Blackie bullshit that MVP has been saying for the past couple of months about Paul Levesque. Now you are in a company that doesn't like you. That roster does not like your bullshit. Their mindset is, well, let's not go all the way with doing heel shit because we love being cheered. Also, at the same time, we are heels. So let's keep it at that. Well, nigga, nobody gets over when you do that, man. You gotta pick a struggle. Which one is it? Good guy or heels? It's quite obvious that the Hurt business, they do have full creative control. FCC, because they refused to drop those belts to FTR and the Young Bucks. Like I said, that does make sense, but they do have full creative control. FCC. Also, I just heard that MVP doesn't like the Taekwondo Master Speedball Mike Bailey. That's crazy. And MVP refused to drop the belts to Jet Speed, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Kevin Hayes. Hold on, bruh. Last time I checked, Kevin Hayes is a black man, MVP. You don't want to put over your fellow black man, Kevin Hayes? Oh, but you are supposed to be Mr. Pro-Blackie. It's like, bro, that would put over Kevin Hayes. If he were to beat the Hurt business, how come you don't want to do business with Kevin Hayes and Speedball Mike Bailey? My question is, how come you don't like Speedball Mike Bailey? That's what I heard. I heard he has legit beef with Speedball Mike Bailey. I'm like, why? Speedball Mike Bailey, he might be the nicest guy on that roster. You see, this is what Paul Levesque was dealing with. MVP is a prima donna. He is an arrogant dickhead. This is what Paul Levesque was dealing with. That's why I don't take MVP seriously. When MVP talks shit about Paul Levesque, I never take him seriously because he's just another hypocritical pro-Blackie. Like I said, I don't like pro-Blackies. All pro-Blackies are fake. They love hearing the sound of their voice. They never practice what they preach. All pro-Blackies, they smash white females at nighttime, but They talk shit about the white man in the daytime. This is why I never take pro-blackies seriously. How come you don't like Speedball Mike Bailey? I'm like, look here, MVP. Speedball Mike Bailey would whoop your ass. Also, Benjamin Shelton and Bobby Lashley. He would whoop all y'all asses. That man is a black belt. Bruh, nobody gives two shits about your BJJ black belt. BJJ don't work in real life. Nobody takes BJJ seriously. Grappling is not fighting. Okay, bitch? Grappling, that's not fighting. That's my point. Speedball Mike Bailey would whoop your ass, MVP, because he's more agile. He's more athletic. You are not athletic. Watch your fucking mouth. Speedball Mike Bailey would whoop your ass. You, Bobby Lashley, and Benjamin Shelton. Grappling, nobody cares about grappling. That's not real fighting. Listen, BJJ sucks. Nobody takes you ass scooters seriously. If you want to know whether or not you are still athletic, sign up for Taekwondo like me and Speedball Mike Bailey. Me and Speedball Mike Bailey, we know how to do a 720 kick. Can MVP do a 720 kick? Hell no, he cannot. Because BJJ, listen, that martial art, it's only for people that are not athletic or they are older. So they don't want to do a martial art that is very athletic. BJJ, that's a lazy martial art. Stop saying that MVP can whoop people's asses. He cannot. He's fat and he's slow and he's not athletic. Speedball Mike Bailey would whoop his ass. Hell, MVP cannot whoop my ass. Bitch, have you seen my videos? He can't whoop my ass, bitch. That's facts on fucking facts. MVP cannot whoop my ass. He cannot whoop Speedball Mike Bailey's ass. Nobody's ass.